Greetings, gamer guys and gals, and welcome back to RPG Maker MV Tutorial World. I know I kind of drew that out. But anyway, so today, I thought I would talk to you guys a bit more about events and setting up some different kinds of events other than just talking and switches and stuff. So before we get into that, I did want to show you guys something really quick that I think you might enjoy, and I'll actually go through the steps on how I set it up. Let me turn down my headphones. Okay, so new game, because we're just going to pop up right here. Look, here I am, and we got our clock here. There's no time because we apparently have to go outside for it to set up. Now if we went back here, it would all of a sudden say 7 in the morning, but anyway. So I did end up putting 2,000 gil. Actually, you know what? Let me do something. Let me start back over. So I wanted to show you that there's the shop here. She'll say hello or welcome to my shop. How can I help you? So it gives you the options. That was weird. I guess you don't just press Z right off the bat. But anyway, it gives you the options of buy, sell, and nothing. So we don't have any money right now. So if we hit buy, she'll say, wait, you have no money. Now get lost. And she kicks you out of the store. Which is kind of funny. So now, when we grab this, found 2,000 gil, and try and talk to her again, she'll say, you again. What do you want now? So now if we select buy, we actually have money, and she'll allow us to buy stuff. And notice how sell, oh, that's what that sounds. Notice how sell is grayed out. So I made it to where you can only sell when you select the sell option. And she'll say thank you, come again. And now it goes back to saying, welcome to my shop, how can I help you? Whoops. So now if we go to sell, we can sell something. She goes, gee, I really wanted all of this junk. Thanks. She's got that kind of attitude, you know. So now if you select nothing, she'll go, a window shopper, eh? Get out. And she kicks you out yet again. So if we go back inside and talk to her again, she'll say, you again. What do you want now? So we made it, I had it set up to where when you try and buy something and you don't have enough money, or if you say nothing, she kicks you out. So whenever that happens, she'll say this. But if you actually, but you actually can buy now, and when you do actually select the buy option, you can say, let's say, buy 10 potions. Okay, let's spend all our money. I didn't want to buy 10 antidotes, but whatever. So we did that, and she'll say thank you, come again, and it resets. And I accidentally said no, and she kicks you out. So now I'm going to show you guys how I set that all up. So when you open this, you'll actually see a lot of giant text. So I will show you, I'll start off by showing you where the default conversation is when nothing has happened yet, which is going to be right here. She'll say, welcome to my shop, how can I help you? And it'll give you all these choices. So this right here is if your gold, I just put it as if your gold is less than or equal to 5, but I actually meant to make it say less than or equal to 49. Then she'll say you have no money because the cheapest item is 50. So if you have 49 or lower, she'll kick you out of the store because you don't have any money and she's money hungry. So that'll happen. It'll transfer you back outside in front of the store. And this is where I put the control variable. The control variable, I called it kicked out, and I made it add 1. So I'll go back to that in a second. So if your gold is 50 or greater, it'll go to the else, and it'll open the shop processing where you can buy something, and she'll say, thank you, come again. and I'll talk about that in a second. So then this is where if you have the cell option, you'll have this, and there's that control variable again. But if you select nothing, she'll kick you out and will also add another +1 to the kick out thing. So now we go back up here to this right here, and this is if the variable kicked out is greater than or equal to 1, she'll say, you again, what do you want? And it'll go through this process and stuff again. So like if you don't have enough money, she'll kick you out and it'll add another 1 to kicked out. But that's where this comes in. If you are able to actually make a purchase, or if you're selling something, it'll actually reset the variable back down to 0. So when that happens, the default right here will come back up. So I hope you guys kind of understand how I set that up. But I guess maybe instead of just kind of pointing it out there, I'll actually show you with setting up. Let's see, load. Let's see if there's just a simple armor weapon shop. There you go. We'll have this little weapon shop here, and we'll make it the armor shop as well. So we'll have the guy right here. Go ahead and create an image for him. Let's see, who looks like they would be... Whoops, not a little boy, no. Let's see, this guy right here, maybe. I don't know, what's this guy's face graphic look like? Let me find out real quick. It's people 4. Yeah, I could see that, so we'll have that. So this guy will be our weapons guy for you to buy a weapon or something. So let's first create a conditional branch and have variable. What variable number did I use? There it is, kicked out. So we'll say, let's just keep it simple and call it kicked out 2. So we'll have if kicked out 2, before we actually decide that, let me go back to my weapons and... Wow, we really don't have a whole lot of weapons, do we? Our character doesn't even have a class, really. So let's just create a new weapon. I'll have to redo all that stuff anyway. So let's create a new weapon and say short sword. And we got to find an item for it. What icon did I even use for the katana? Oh yeah, there was a katana. So that's not really a short sword. Well, it kind of is because this icon here would be a dagger. So I guess we'll do this and use that for short sword. And let's not capitalize the H. I always seem to do that. Just a simple, basic sword for beginners. We'll just say something like that. And this is where you can actually set a price. So I can say the price of this simple little sword will say 150 gil. Weapon type. Why do I not have sword for weapon type? That is weird. Okay, well, let's go with a dagger then instead of so let's just call this dagger. A simple basic dagger. Since apparently I don't have a weapon type for swords for some reason. So this will just be /physical because a dagger is a slashing weapon. So we'll just do /physical. The attack power, let's just say 8 because I'm one of those people that don't like an RPG where you immediately start off and your beginning weapon is causing the character to do like 300 damage. I can't stand that. That's why I love the formula for Final Fantasy 9, because you can have a character do like maybe 40, 50 damage, and then you have like a magic person only doing like 8 or 6 or something like that. So we'll go with that. We'll leave this stuff alone for now. So we've created ourselves a dagger. Now let's go back to this. We'll say the only weapon you can buy from him is a dagger. So if kicked out 2, no, sorry. So we have kicked out 2 is greater than or equal to 1. We'll have that. So now we can actually have this whole conversation set up. We'll start with the else first. We'll create an else branch. So we'll take that and put it right here. And we'll make him say, "Ah, good day. How..." I don't want him to be so generic and always say, "How may I help you? How may I help you? How may I help you? What can I do for you?" So we'll make him say that. So now I will actually go over a little tech stuff a little later on, like when you noticed talking to her, there were like pauses or like dots would show up at like certain periods. I'll go over the tech stuff like that for you at another time. But for now, I'm just creating a basic message. We'll have show choices. So we'll also have buy, sell, and nothing. Cancel choice will be choice number 3. Default choice, I'll leave it at 1. So we've got this. So when buy, we'll copy that. And for here, we'll put conditional branch. When your gold is less than or equal to 109, or no, 149. So if you have less than 150 gold, and we'll create an else branch, we'll make him say, "I'm sorry, but you cannot purchase this without the required amount of gil." And then say, "Please leave." So I don't know why I capitalized leave either, so so please leave. And then we'll go to transfer player. Where is that? On the other page. Transfer player. Go back to the town. Oh, well, here you go. We'll make him come back out right here, right outside the door. And we have to do face down. Don't do retain, because he'll kick you out and you'll be looking up at the door instead of facing away from it. So, and we'll have a fade too. So there we go. So now he gets kicked out. So now you would go to control variables, find kicked out 2, and you're going to add 1. So because you got kicked out by this guy, it adds 1, so when you come back in, he'll actually say something else. So now let's go ahead and go down to here, where you actually would open up the shop processing, purchase only, and you'll find the weapon, which is the dagger, and you'll hit OK. So now you can buy the dagger. And then after you purchase, he'll say, "Thank you for your patronage." Even though that's something a a merchant, like a traveling merchant would say, but we'll make him say thank you for your purchase, or thank you for your patronage. And then we'll change that variable, control variables, and we'll set kicked out to back to 0. So you got to remember, whenever you do actually do something, it'll set it back to 0. So now we've got this. So now for sell, we'll just go back to shop processing. We won't have anything here. So that's why it shows a question mark, because that gives you the option to sell. So it says purchase, but there's nothing to purchase if all you're going to do is sell. So we'll copy this again. We'll paste it right here, and we'll make him say something for thank you for allowing me to purchase your unwanted items and gear. I shall treasure them always. Something stupid like that, because it would be funny. It's like, thank you for allowing me to purchase your unwanted items and gear. I shall treasure it always. That just sounds beautiful. He sounds like an upstanding fellow. So now when he goes to nothing, we'll actually just paste this conversation here and we'll edit it again. We don't allow window shoppers. Is window shopper actually a whole word? Yeah, I'll just keep it spaced for now. Whoa. I'll just keep it spaced for now. We don't allow window shoppers. Please leave. Well, we got to put leave on the other side. Like, as you guys can see, you do have that line there, and if you go over that line, it'll just be cut off the edge because you've got this guy's face in here. I'm actually glad they have this line here. The previous games just showed an arrow, like it had an arrow pointing to the spot, but I like the fact that they put a line in here. So we'll have that. We'll now copy both of these and put it right here. So there we go. So this is the whole process, and this is if gold was greater than all this. Oh, so we'll actually copy the whole show choices thing. So this was all under the else. So now we come back up here to the kicked out 2. We'll paste all that there because it'll remain the same. The only thing that'll be different is, so let's copy this. Go up here. If you hit paste on that, it'll just paste above it, so you don't have to worry about that. So now, if kicked out 2 is greater than or equal to 1, he'll say, welcome back. Are you actually going to do something worth my time? Make him say something snarky like that. Welcome back. Are you actually going to do something worth my time? And we'll actually say that. So this should actually be the end of it, because it looks to be about the same as the other thing. So let's give it a try. But first, before we do that, we need to come here, right click, create a quick event, not just a transfer, we need an actual door. So let's use the same door as the other one. And we'll go to weapon shop and appear right here. So there we go. And then we have to do the same thing. Quick event. This will just be a transfer. And we'll put the transfer back outside. And there we go. So now, if we go and play our game, we'll still appear inside the item shop because that's where my thing was. Why am I trying to go in the inn? I'll have to show you guys how to set up an inn too. I mean, you can use this setup to like set up everywhere too. Ah, good day. What can I do for you? So we'll try and buy something. He's like, I'm sorry, but you cannot purchase this without the required amount of gil. Please leave. So we got kicked out. So now we got to go back in and we'll talk to him again. Welcome back. Are you actually going to do something worth my time? So we'll go to sell. And we have nothing to sell. So now he'll say, thank you for allowing me to purchase your unwanted items and gear. I shall treasure them always. So now his thing is set back to normal. Welcome back. Are we actually going to... Oh. Did I forget something? Oh, you know what I think I did? Yeah. Under the sell thing, completely, I can't believe it slipped my mind, completely forgot to copy that and paste it right here. Just reset kicked out 2 to 0. So we have to do that for down here as well. There we go. Now it should be golden. So let's try this again. Because I did want to see the other one too. Now, if you guys did notice, there is actually a little light right here. It actually was part of the auto creation of this whole shop, which is actually a pretty nice touch, having just a lamp. And I can even show you guys how to set one of those things up too. So, good day. So we'll go to nothing. We don't allow window shoppers. Please leave. So we got kicked out, so we'll go back in. Welcome back. Are you actually going to do something worth my time? I'll sell. Say no. Thank you for allowing me to purchase your unwanted items and gear. I shall treasure them always. So now it resets back to, good day. What can I do for you? Try and buy, and we get nothing out of it. So that's how you would set up something like that if that's something you'd like to do. I mean, you don't actually have to make them be mean. You could just have a buy or sell. But, and you don't have to, like, make them kick you out or anything like that, too. So doing these little things here is simple. You just select the light that you want to do, like campfires and stuff, and you have to turn on walking animation, stepping animation, and direction fix. What that means is, like, say if I put a person right here with the same, let's go to actor, let's use actor 2 and do stepping and direction fix. Let's make her say something too, just for the hell of it. And whoops. It was this person, apparently. Wow, she looks nice. And make her say, I'm busy, or something stupid like that. So now if we go up to and go in there and see, it'll show her just moving in place. And now it just shows her moving in place. And she says, I'm busy. And she won't even look at you. But that's just the default too. Like, say, if you want to, just to save time, I'm just going to set my starting position in here. When you're actually looking at this, I'll go back in there again. So when you're looking at the flyer, I was trying to say fire and flame at the same time. When you look at the fire, you can notice that it's moving at the same speed she is. If you want it to move a little faster, you can actually set the frequency higher, and it should move a little more frequently. Or maybe, no, maybe it wasn't the frequency. Or no, let's change it to normal. It's the speed and frequency. It can be a little tricky sometimes. So now you can see that the fire is actually moving a little faster. So if you set the speed up to the fastest possible, there you go. Now it's actually moving even faster. But I'm going to change the frequency to lowest. Okay, so frequency actually doesn't affect like things just moving in place. Frequency actually affects them if they're actually moving forward or stepping to the side or something. Because frequency would be like, let's say this guy right here, our player, if he was moving forward, he would be like boom, 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 like that. Instead of just casually strolling to that spot, he'll actually move to it really fast. Well, no, that's speed, excuse me. That would be the speed. Frequency is how fast he moves. Like, I'll actually, let's go back into town, create a random person here. Let's just use this person, I guess. This is, yeah. We'll have random route. And we'll do... Okay, actually, you know what? We'll not have... I'll leave that on fixed. What we're going to do is do set movement route for this event, which is this guy right here. We'll just have him move left, move left, move left, move right, 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 and wait for completion. We'll leave that on. So we'll do that, and we'll turn that on. We'll hit apply, and I'll copy and paste it here. Be like the same person. So this person, we'll leave this alone. Then we'll take this and we'll change this to faster and lowest, just so you guys can kind of get the idea of like the differences in the speed that they do. And we'll move one over here. No, I meant to copy and paste and paste. So we'll make this guy slower and highest. And we'll make this guy fastest and highest. I guess this guy won't be normal. I'll make him slower and lowest. So just so you guys can get kind of an idea of how they'll move differently. So go to new game and we'll get out of here. Why aren't they moving? Oh. Never mind. I will actually... I did this wrong. So let's delete these. I'll go back to this guy. I'll put custom here. And I'll delete that too. I forgot, if you want them to move on their own, you have to have it under autonomous movement. And you have to set the route. So left, 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 right, right, right. So they'll just keep going back and forth. So we have that. So he's going to be fastest and highest. This person will be fastest and lowest. This person will be slower and lowest. And this person will be slower and highest. So you got the slowers here, and then the highers here, and then the faster, slower, or these two, faster, these two, and then the bottom ones are the highest frequency and the top are the lowest frequency. So now they should actually move. So let's go take a look at that real quick. So yeah, you could definitely see a huge difference. Like the one with the highest frequency are constantly, like they're always moving. They never stop to stand still. And the one with the lowest frequency will actually stop and wait there for like 2 seconds before moving again. And then you can see right here, this has the lowest frequency, but look how fast he moves when he does move. And then that's the fastest you can make somebody move in this game. So now if I went just stopped right here, He will literally just stand there and wait for me to move before he can actually move. So there's your differences right there. And you could definitely see this guy just moving slow and steady, but he is constantly moving because his frequency is so high. So there's your differences between the speed and the frequency. So in recap, I showed you guys the frequency differences between players moving, and I showed you how to set up like some like different stuff when you go into a shop. Like if you didn't have enough money, they kick you out, or if you say nothing, they'll kick you out. So, and it also uses variables too. It's another great way to practice using variables to kind of get the hang of variables. But yeah, I had that one set up, or I was setting it up when I actually had a friend over, and I was also showing him this whole thing. And we just started making a shop. Like the lady'd say stuff, and he goes, "Well, what if you didn't have enough and she did this?" And I'm like, "Well, I can make that happen." And then we just started working on it, and that's what came out. So I decided to use that as an example of an event that you guys can possibly set up. So yeah, so if you guys have any more event ideas that you're not sure how to set up, go ahead and ask me in the comments below, and I might just make a video and show you and everybody else how to set up an event for whatever it is you're thinking. So I think next time I might go over a little more about the stuff you can do in the message system. And I might also show you a plugin that also helps with what you can do in the message system. It's really cool. For instance, you can actually have, when you're talking to this person, there we go. When you're talking to this person, there's a little code that you can put in front of where he speaks, and you could put in a name, and it'll show his name appear in like a smaller box above the window, like on the left side or something. So it might say William or something, like his name is William, or it might just say Weaponsmith or something. So yeah, so I'll show you guys the message system next time and show you what all you can do in the message system. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, as well as comment some down below for your ideas. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Help me out too. And if you got any friends you know that are into this program or just starting or something, be sure to send them my way, and they might really appreciate it. So with that said, I will see you all in the next tutorial world.